Okay, so the tenon is done, and let me tell you, these diamond files are your best friend. A set of these for doing pen turning, because you never know when you might have to shave stuff off, what you know, stuff like that. Anyway, now it's time for the sanding, and I'm not going to show you the whole thing because this is going to be really, really tedious. I don't want to start with too high a grit on this one because it's fairly resinous and smooth grained, so I'll probably start with, like a 400 grit. And then I use these micro meshes, and I step it up to 12,000. So this takes usually about half an hour or so, depending on what you've got. If, straight like this, it'll be pretty fast, but if there's any decoration, if there's any contours in here, like I do with some of my other pens, this is just a simple one. It could take, an hour or more just to get in the tiny little crevices and get them all shined up. But sanding is pretty easy. I just have my little piece of sandpaper here, and I have piece of cloth here, and you might be able to see already the difference between these two, sanded and non-sanded, and this is just with like a 400-600 grit. One thing I do have to do is get that pencil mark off there from the tenon. So what I'll probably do is get a higher grit, just lightly touch it because it's easy to make scratches. You don't want to get too many scratches because if you do, it's such a pain in the butt to get out. And you basically just keep doing this. You use each one until you get the scratches out. Of course, each step is going to put new scratches in, so what you do is you get the scratches out from previous steps, and then go up and then you get the scratches out from that step, and just generally smooth things down. Like you can see that well, maybe you can't in this video, but it's all scratched up right now, and there's a few tool marks, but those will smooth out. And then it's time for polishing and assembly.